Welcome back. I have been many things. A demon, a dark elf, a walker of worlds, and now, a janitor. But not just any janitor. Oh no. I'm the final boss of sanitation. The guy they call when bleach meets brutality. Welcome to Crime Scene Cleaner, Episode 1. Blood, bleach, and bad decisions.
You can work hard through your whole life, but sometimes even that's not enough. When a person struggles to make ends meet, it's easy to become desperate. As it turns out, one short call can hold the power to change it all. But the question is, should you really take it?
Mr. Kowalski, I fucked up.
I'm here.
I'm not sorry. I needed to bail. I have to be cautious.
Are you serious? We had a deal.
Just go to apartment 23. I hid the key near the door. You won't miss it. Money is inside. Fine.
Son of a... Is that how you raised your son, Paul?
2 steps in and I can already see why there's an eviction notice. Yeah, this place, it's seen better days. Like, during the Cold War, probably. Ah, the ancient ritual. ID key. Homicide edition.
So that's where he put it.
To the mindless moron living here, I'm so sick of you. Sick of hearing this hippie music every single night. Sick of all the shady looking friends being on your doorstep and discussing things loudly in the hallway. You're making my life a living hell.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough neighborhood from what I see. I'm in.
Well, the feng shui in here is less minimal zen and more murder in motion. You know, this isn't the first time I had to clean up after someone else's mess. Back in the Third Helm, yes, they number them, I was briefly employed as a punishment clerk. Translation? If a warlock summoned something he couldn't handle, I was the customer service. Bleach wasn't involved, but screams definitely were. Kinda miss it. You know, it was kind of a spicy time.
Don't underestimate Dad's strength.
That is either abstract trauma or someone's final art therapy session. Ah, a trail. Red, sticky, and probably not ketchup. Classic. Somebody tried to clean up in here. Almost like they didn't want their 5 stars on Murder B&B to drop. Ah, let the sacred cleansing begin. In bleach we trust. Sweet mother of mess. It's like a crime scene in a college party had its blood-soaked baby.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know I signed up for this.
How does it even get on the ceiling? Was there someone juggling body parts? One of these days I'll have a normal job, like demon slaying or tax fraud. Your IRS, listen, it was a joke. Relax. Oh, I just remembered. There was this one job. Smelled like copper and regret the second I stepped in. Turns out, the killer hadn't even left yet. We just made eye contact. He raised a knife, I raised a mop. We both backed away slowly, professionally respecting each other's crafts. Oh man, what a good time that was. When the unexpected was just expected. Nowadays, it's just the same old cycle. Maybe I've been doing this too long. Maybe I need to get out of the game. Alright, just me, a mom, and enough blood to start a small cult. Let's get to scrubbing these sins away. Step 2 in crime scene cleaning. Interior decorating, because murder isn't complete without feng shui. You ever walk into a room and just know whoever committed this crime had no sense of aesthetic? Like, really? Blood spattered across the nice drapes, knocked over the coffee table, but left the couch untouched? Amateur hour. See, some people clean crime scenes. I correct them. Because chaos may be inevitable, but there's no reason it can't be chic. Take this one place, for example. A penthouse murder. Victim face down in a puddle of wine and what I hope was wine.
Cleaning comes before fixing.
Yeah, don't interrupt me. Candle still lit. I moved the body just a little, purely for symmetry. Added a second glass beside them. Now it's not a tragedy. It's a statement piece. And oh, don't even get me started on chalk outlines. Those flat, uninspired white lines. I use gold dust now. Much classier. When the police arrive, they're too stunned to ask questions. One detective actually complimented the feng shui before realizing the couch had been flipped over mid-shot out. Look, if I'm going to erase the evidence of suffering, might as well leave behind something beautiful, right? Call it Postmortem interior design.
Slowly growing.
Yeah, these little segments have turned into story time with Orpheus. Might as well tell you a few more. There was one realm I stepped into where no one remembered anything for more than a day. Names, faces, the taste of honey, all of it was gone by sunrise. I was a stranger on day 1, a friend on day 2, a ghost by day 3. Do you know what it's like to fall in love and be forgotten before dessert? I tried to leave notes, left messages carved in stone. Didn't matter. Even I started forgetting things. Woke up one morning with blood on my hands and a smile I didn't recognize. No memory of what I did. But the city was quieter. Sometimes I wonder
Like no one was ever here.
if they made me forget on purpose. Eventually, I carved a sigil into my bones. Painful, yes, but permanent. It reminded me who I was, what I had to do, and when I left. The wind whispered a name I didn't recognize. Might have been mine once. But that's the price of walking between planes. Sometimes you leave pieces behind. Sometimes they take pieces with them. Damn. Let's change the subject. There's a realm that is not so much a place as it is a giant, hungry thought. No ground, no sky, just teeth. Every step feels like walking on the tongue of a god that never learned self-control. I didn't even mean to go there. I slept between layers during a portal jump and bam! Found myself standing on a floating library made up entirely of bone. It spoke in riddles. Tried to convince me to give it my name in exchange for safety. I gave it a fake one. Dimitri Flapjacks. It was not amused. The walls screamed. The air was made of whispers. The ground tried to bite my boot off. I had to cast Shadow Step 6 times just to avoid being digested metaphorically, and once literally. Still, the library did have a copy of my death in it. Past or future, not sure. But I tore out the last page before I left. If nothing else, I'd like to surprise fate once. For once. Don't quote me on that. Now listen out. This one's my favorite. Imagine a plane where every legend, every prophecy ends with someone who looks suspiciously like me arriving and saving the world. And I mean exactly me. Down to the hair streak and cocky grin. I show up, accidentally crash to their moon gate, and boom, instant worship. Priests started throwing petals. Children asked for shadow bending lessons. One guy offered me his wife, 2 goats in a mysterious glowing box. And you know what? For a week, I did play hero. I binged Nightmare Beast, healed a dying sun, even taught their council how to say please without sounding like a threat. But here's the thing about being worshipped. Eventually, people expect miracles, and when you fail one, they turn. So I left before the glow wore off, statue still standing, my legend intact. Mostly because I left behind a decoy clone, made entirely out of salt and illusion magic. Still gives sermons. They love him. Guess I'll just keep telling you guys stories since I'm kinda enjoying myself right now. You know, there was a time I didn't have a name. Not one I chose anyway. Back then, I was just a shadow that screamed. Born in the aftermath of a ritual no one survived. Summoned? Maybe. Cursed? Probably. All I know is, I clawed my way out of the dirt with someone else's blood in my mouth. I had no idea who I was supposed to be. The village nearby called me a demon. The clergy said I was a punishment. But that old woman, the blind one with the white fox that always smiled too wide, she just laughed.
That guy was clearly missing a screw.
Oh good. A murder manual. Subtlety wasn't exactly this guy's strength, was it?
At this point, might as well sell some drugs on the side.
Where was I? She just laughed. Told me I was reset. Said the world makes mistakes, and sometimes something has to walk across the ashes and sweep them away. So I did. I wandered, fought. I slain gods with names too long to fit on tombstones. I've watched empires burn for mercy they never gave. I have died once. More than once. Each time I wake up in a new place, with just enough memory to remember the pain, but not the people. Eventually, I gave myself a name. Orpheus. Stolen from a myth that didn't quite survive the trip between realms. Fitting, isn't it?
Himself, but
A name
doesn't stop
from a
pushing
story
product.
about looking back. I try not to do that anymore. Now I walk forward. Always forward. Even if I end up here, scrubbing blood off tile and pretending the world still makes sense. Because maybe, in cleaning up after others, I get to avoid looking too closely at what I left behind. Okay guys, one last story to end it all. I'll tell you guys about the time I was stuck in a realm where it rained ash for 7 years straight. Skies were black, rivers ran slow and thick with soot. People forgot how to laugh, like joy was a luxury they pawned off for survival. And in the middle of that ruined world, there was a field. Charred, cracked, cursed soil. The kind of place where ghosts held their breath. I passed through it once during a long walk between wars. I didn't expect much, but then I saw it. A single flower, bright yellow, tiny little thing, but standing tall like it didn't care it wasn't supposed to exist. No magic, no explanation, just defiance. So I sat next to it for a while. Didn't move, didn't speak, just listened to a world that had forgotten music and found the note still humming. That moment, that flower. I've seen worlds fall and rise again. I've seen people lose everything and still get up swinging. But that little sprout in the ashes reminded me of why I keep going. Because even when everything burns, something always grows back. And maybe, just maybe, I'd get to help it bloom.
What the hell happened up there?
FBI, open up. It's what I would like to say, but I'm the one cleaning this crime scene. Oh man.